So, hello everyone. I want to share something with you. And this is what I'm talking about is having sex on the first date. Do you think that's appropriate? I'll tell you why not. And then I'll share some videos with you, let you see what other people think about being intimate first day, first night. But a poll was conducted in February of 2023. I believe this was in the UK. It shows that 49% have had sex on date number one, with men admitting to being particularly prone to a first date hookup. While just under 60% of male respondents are keen to slide under the sheets straight away, a fewer 43% of women admit to doing the same, while 46% say they never have. Both men and women were also asked whether they were open to having sex on the first date, even if we previously haven't. Over 70% of men said yes, but the majority of women, which is 60%, said no. Research have also shown that having sex on the first date is generally considered to be detrimental to a potential relationship, as it can lead to lower relationship satisfaction, poor communication, and instability compared to couples who wait longer to become intimate. It says rushing into physical intimacy can create a false sense of closeness and might not reflect the true compatibility of the couple. Early sex can create a misleading feeling of deep connection, potentially causing people to overlook red flags or compatibility issues in a partner. It states couples who have sex early may develop unrealistic expectations regarding future sexual frequency and intimacy, leading to potential disappointment down the line. Poor communication can also occur. Focusing on physical intimacy too early can hinder the development of meaningful emotional connection and open communication. So, based on my conclusion, from what I've read, is keep your underwear on. Now take a look at these videos and then we'll continue the conversation.
On this subject.
So let me start with how men view sex on the first date.
Perfect.
All right. So I think in today's society, there's two sides, of course. There's men who they're going to judge you if you have sex with them on the first date. They may not be vocal about that on social media and things of that nature, because some of them understand if I say I'm going to judge you, then I won't be able to get it. So I'll play like it's not a big problem for me, but in reality, I am going to question certain things about you if you move too fast. Now, I always believe that once someone is in the moment, and depending on how much they actually like you, can determine how they will interpret certain things. So basically, if I'm not really that interested and I already came into it just hoping to have fun, and we have sex on the first date, well, now you just kind of giving me the reward I was looking for, and I'm just going to stick with that. And yeah, it's not even about him judging you at that point. All it did is make sure that it stayed in the box that he wanted to keep it in to begin with. All right. But if he actually really likes you and has deeper, genuine interest, then he's more willing to view that as an outlier moment and not say that's a representative of her character and something that I need to question or look deeper into. So I think that, for a lot of women, it's very dangerous to kind of get caught up in how the man interprets things, because you just don't know. And it's going to vary from man to man. You have to stand in your truth. Because if you are a woman, and I'm not saying women should have sex on the first date, but if you are a woman who's okay with having sex on the first date, well, the last thing you want is to end up with a man who views that poorly. Because chances are there's other areas in sex that you guys won't be on the same page about. And there's going to be a conflict ongoing that's going to not allow you to be in harmony in the bedroom, so to speak. So to me, it's like, as a woman, you have to live in whatever your truth is. But yes, there are men who judge, and then there's some men who they don't care. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm one of those guys, I never cared. I never felt that if this happens on the first date, that I can't take you seriously.
So on the first date, good or bad?
Well, I'm going to be 100. So, to be honest with you, all of my long-term relationships, I've been in 3 of them.
Okay.
I've always first night.
Okay.
Now, the dudes that I don't have sex with for months, years, whatever,
Right.
they're never going to get it.
Man.
It just never happens.
Okay.
You're not just going to give it up to everybody. It's
Right.
really an energy thing. Like, I always go into, oh, I'm not him.
Right.
You're
Right.
like, damn, what just happened?
Right. So it's not planned
It's
out.
not planned, but it just depends on how the night goes. And sometimes we know too, like when we first meet you, like I'm gonna give it to him. Like he don't even
Okay,
know I'm
talk
about to
about it.
change his life.
I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We vibing, whatever, but just after you have sex with somebody, you already kind of see the energy after that, like what type of time they're on and stuff like that. So sometimes a lot of us girls do that and waste our time and get mad and but again, I go with energy. I don't regret it. I had a good time. Thanks, but I don't see it being so much bad. Now, if you're out here everybody you meet, then yeah, you need to refrain a little bit about who you're sharing your energy or your body with. So my question is, how can I still be that confident sexual woman and not be judged by men?
All right, so here's my thing, plain and simple. If you see a future with a person, I think that you should wait to have sex. However, if you don't care and you're going out to have your needs met, there should be no shaming and there's nothing wrong with having sex on the first date. That's my feeling about it. Oh, he's so mad.
Well, I love the fact that you're a confident woman. You are beautiful. You said you're confident in your skills, honey. You know what that means?
Yeah.
She can put it on you, and he might come back for that. But
Oh, he did.
okay. I happen to think, and my grandmother always told me that the woman is the prize, and that men are hunters, and they like a chase. So just naturally, I've always waited to have sex because I wanted to make sure that, first of all, does he deserve it?
Well, listen, it's 2019, okay? A man has been able to go out and have a one-night stand, and obviously he's having a one-night stand with someone. He's not just out there by himself. But the stigma against a man will never be what it is against a woman. Because a woman is the gatekeeper to sex. A man will always say yes. A woman is it's whether the woman says yes or no. If you are out there to get your needs met, you are doing it safely, you are doing it consensually, there's nothing wrong with it. If you are trying to be serious about a long-term, lasting relationship with a man, then it does set a precedent that you are not actually getting to know him as well as maybe you should. So that's the only thing where I think maybe it can set the wrong precedent to the other person, especially if you just met them.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything everybody done said. That ain't how this works. See, what happens to women when you test drive, you wind up getting drove. That ain't what you do. It's not what you do. Can I ask you something? Now, you're beautiful sisters, obviously. But let me ask you this question. This date that you went on, this is all you want from it, is just that?
No, definitely not. We've been on another date since.
So you really want it to be more than that?
Just in general, I wanted a relationship, so I went on the date, just to see where it would go.
Well, it went.
And it's still going.
And it's still going.
Still going.
That's the thing, she went on a second date with him. So, he's obviously interested.
You know what I mean? Second dates, I done went out with women that gave me something the first night.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you
So
more sex?
you passing it out like that?
Okay.
Oh, I'm back tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So it's not like it included.
Yeah.
I got the idea. Here's what you do, sister. Next time you talk, just say, you know what? I'm going to just hold up a little bit. Let me regroup. Let me get myself together. This is going so fast. I find in myself, I really care about you. I think this could be something special, but I really would like to know that that's what I'm feeling. So let's you and I settle down with the sex for a minute. That's all you got to do.
That's a great idea.
That's all you got to do.
And sit back and wait.
Yep.
I like that.
Now, if you don't hear from him no more, then you know what it was. I would find out now before you fool around and fall in love.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be on the strain for years.
Agreed.
I'm just telling you, we'll be right back.
Listen, ladies, you want to be careful who you take advice from. Many of the women that tell you that it's okay, you take a look at them. All the men that they went with, they probably did the same thing. The first night, that was it. Now, where are they? They're looking for a husband. They can't find one. Don't be so easy to get. Now, specifically, Christian women, you're not supposed to be doing this until marriage. We all know that. Because as a Christian, you know that no adulterer, no fornicator will enter into the kingdom of God. So if you're practicing it, just turn away from it. Repent and turn away. So listen to what this other young lady has to say.
Red legs on the first date. I say, if the vibe is right, ain't nothing wrong with busting it open like a can of biscuits. Like, in all seriousness, like, I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, if you end up making that move. Every guy that I've talked to has personally said, like, having a girl go the extra mile with them, even on the first date, like, it doesn't make them look at her differently. So I feel like you grown, I'm grown, we grown. If that's something that you want to do, like, go ahead and do it. But I know that some women would like to make a guy wait. That's me personally. I would rather make somebody wait a little bit longer. Is it a problem if you wait, or is it a problem if you don't wait and you go ahead and knock it on down or bust it down on the first date? Y'all let me know.
My experience with sleeping with over 1,480 girls over the course of 15 years is that most girls will sleep with you on the first date. She didn't. She was an exception. Some girls want to wait longer, but in general, most girls will. Okay, but if they're not ready or they want to take things slower, then back off. Okay.
This young lady said she doesn't see anything wrong with busting it open on the first date. Ladies, if you're going to be honest, and you have done this before, where have it gotten you? Busting it open to every guy that you meet on the first date. Are you in a relationship aiming for marriage? Or you plan on busting it open for every guy that you meet? There's a lot of diseases out there, ladies. I am speaking to the ladies specifically because I care. And for the guys that say that they don't see women differently after being intimate on the first date, are you being truthful? I really don't believe that. Do you know how many spirits come into you by sleeping with multiple men because of the other sexual partners that he has already had? Every man that you sleep with, there's a spirit that will be attached to you, which we call soul tie. And listen to me, soul tie is no joke. That is another topic for another day. And the final video here with the man that said that he slept with over 1,500 women, unbelievable. But that's a part of his life. Hopefully, he find Christ. So share your comments below. Have you done this before? Are you married today? What is your advice to other young women that said the same thing? Or men, what is your advice to women that thinking about sleeping with men on the first date? Share your comments below. I want to hear Christian men and women in the comments too.